Hi. Hello. Welcome to the show. How is everybody? Xenoblade won with the underdog ascension into top 5 raw. Good use of Subrag Cope. I mean, maybe. Xenoblade 1 is one of the ones that I really want to, like, re-review. Anything that we've had a sequel of and played through, I want to take a deeper dive into. I actually don't know if I knew that about 64. I believe it. I mean, what's the motif? If I listened to the songs right now, I could probably pick it out. I am nervous about, not the stream, but about all these, like, I have like 6 different browser sources being captured, and I hope they capture correctly. But oh, I'm sorry, ambidextrous identity. It's one of the best song titles in that game. Whoa!
And she do what I yonky. The big splurgs and a big ass gloopy. 3 more yoinks, then I buy me a smoothie. Poured up a gloop, that's a gloop and a splurgy.
Still didn't get rid of it, I'm sorry. Rinse it! Thank you so much. Really and truly. How kind. Thank you so much. And congratulations to everybody who got a gift sub. Guys, I have a lot of water tonight, in case my throat kills me. Let's jump over to our main view. Woo! Us. And this is where we're going to be spending most of the night on this screen. With our presenters from years past, Michael and Zemc. They get to be the MCs of the event. Or whatever you'd call them. I felt like they deserved it. They did it last time. And Dumpsterly made it this time. Yeah. But this is our home now. This is where we live, the 2025 Steanies. August 2016 through February 2025. It's really March now. But you know, I didn't expect this to get a... Well, actually, I had this scheduled, so it's really just my fault. That doesn't matter. 17? Yo. Now, to be fair, I didn't start for real in 2016. I started for real in 2017. But because uranium is on here. This is everything, by the way. Because uranium is on here, I gotta include 2016 here. And we're gonna go over it all. We're gonna go over the timeline. I haven't really thought about... Not that I haven't thought about it. I haven't figured out for sure what order I want to do this all in. Because we're going to, of course, rank the projects. And we're going to rank the face cams. Which I think is going to be really fun. A funny, silly little exercise for us. Reveals? There are reveals. We got it all. There's plenty tonight. We have a veritable awards show happening here. I think for ranking the projects, we're gonna go in chronological order. Which these are not in right now, but that's okay. Because I have a visual guide for us. to go over that. But yeah. So I was thinking first we could do a little history lesson and break down, as Steeners past have done, the eras of the channel. To brag the movie bedtime. Oh no! Put us on. And so to do that, I am gonna have to call upon some help from a couple other friends this time. We're gonna go over to stage right. And where are we? Right here. And I couldn't really capture this in a way where I could show them one by one. So you're just going to see the first couple, and we'll scroll down for the rest. Would they get along? I don't think so. I think this one has friction. That's why they're on opposite sides of the stage. Carlos loves everyone, but I don't think Maribel likes Carlos. So here before us, we have what I have broken down into the eras of the channel, or the arcs, as some of us have called them. I forget who started this, but I know everyone but me has done it at this point. So I wanted to do it because it's fun. You copied Snack. Did Snack do it first? Because I know Comb also did it around that time. And then Sizz just recently did it. It was you that started this? Good idea, I like it. So here we are. And I've written little blurbs to explain what each of these are. But where are we? So I just put up a pilot up here. Oh, I don't have my cursor being captioned on this. That's okay. I don't think I really need it. Oh, no, you can see it. Is that on? Yeah, that is. I don't know if you guys have ever, who here has two monitors? I know a lot of us actually don't. If you've ever captured your cursor in one of these captures, it gets very confusing. I am on the screen on the right here, though. Okay, cool. So you can see this. So I put pilot here just because this is stupid. But I need to include it for the history. Back in 2016, I had a MacBook that I got from school. And I was like, cool, a computer for me. And I decided to take a crack. At streaming. And I played Pokemon Uranium. And I think I did 2 or 3 sessions of it. It wasn't much. And it was really bad. I did it down on my couch in the basement. Just with like a headset. Maybe not even a headset. Just sitting on the couch. Streaming. Because I was like... I didn't have equipment. I didn't have like a desk or anything. I didn't want to do it up in my room or anything. And so I was like, yeah, this will be fun. It wasn't that fun. It was kind of cool. Somebody made a layout for me. I remember paying to have a layout made. It wasn't good. I actually should have pulled that up, actually. That'd have been funny. But it is on my YouTube channel if you want to find it. It's still out there. I have it uploaded for Legacy. Not good, though. And then I stopped doing it until college, where I was like, yeah, I'm hopping back on this. This will be fun for me. And that is this era known as the Humble Scholar, featuring the first real game I streamed, or the first real stream I did, which was Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku 2. There was no layout, no chat on the screen, no nothing. It was just a capture of the game. And the audio was really loud and aggressive. I would define this era. It's a pretty clear era. It's when I was in college and streaming from my dorm room. No mic, just right on my MacBook, internal mic, really loud, really echoey. You could hear things from like down the hall. But I was actually really vibing with it. And I think I really hit the ground running with it. I think these were better than anything that happened in this next year. At this point in time, I did have a list of games I wanted to stream. I cannot find it, but I think I've hit most of them by now. But it was funny. It was definitely like a whim to start doing this, and it was just a fun little thing for me to do like once or twice a week. A lot of my Persona 3 remake. A lot of my buddies were hanging out in chat. A lot of inside jokes were happening at the time. Very characterized by that. And that's that one. The Void Year is lost content. This was me moving back home with my new PC that I bought off of a colleague. I moved back home with it. did not have a wired network, and the computer did not have a Wi-Fi card. And I had no like great way to stream. And so I think I got a wireless like adapter for the computer just to be able to finish these two in the middle, because I had started Quartz in college. Kirby was actually in this era, but I have it here because it's lost media like entirely. So I think it suits this Void Year era better. And the reason it's called the Void Year, I have almost no record of any of this. And also it was like extremely low attendance. And just like, you know, nothing remarkable happened here. Duel Links was just a series of one-offs. We were really into Yu-Gi-Oh for a little bit. Played a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh on stream. The production quality was awful during this time. Not only was I streaming over a Wi-Fi adapter, I had a really bad headset. Even worse than the one that would follow, because that was a bad one too. But like this was like a really bad headset. I was basically inaudible most of the time. Lots of puffs, lots of sibilants. Not that we don't have a lot of sibilants these days, but really bad. I specifically remember, this doesn't really have to do with stream, but just has to do with that Wi-Fi situation. I remember there was a platform fighter that came out. What was it called? Icons. Anybody remember Icons? I don't think anybody here would remember Icons. Calm might. You remember well? That was out at the time. And I remember hopping online to play. And who did I run into on my awful Wi-Fi, but Hungry Box, who was streaming. And I was like, oh, this is hilarious. So I went to go watch the VOD afterwards, and Hungry Box was saying, oh, come on, Zebra, get internet, or something. And I was like, yeah, dude, pretty funny though. It was really funny. I wish I had like clipped it or something. As soon as I ran into him, I was like, oh, this is going to be pretty funny to watch back, because I knew my connection was garbage. I was literally just testing it out. I think it was the second match I did. I was like, yeah, this is unplayable. And I ran into Hungry Box. Funny stuff. I forgot to ask, but how's audio? I just saw that I was like really close to the mic, so I hope I wasn't too loud. But is everything fairly balanced sounding? here, in this era, I would say I was just streaming to stream. I didn't really have a game plan or a vision. And I didn't think I would like really be doing it much going forward. I just thought it would be like a fun little thing to do sometimes. Duel Links was kind of experimental of me just like streaming something and not like a playthrough. Just having a little variety or something. But then guys, I got an Ethernet cable and we started doing this for real. And pretty quickly, around the beginning of this era here is when I really rallied to get affiliate. And I did. I got it right here during 1,000 Year Door. And this is when we got our layout. The one you know today. Although maybe not like, you know, we've modified it slightly since then. But we got, you know, the zebra layout during this time. That white and like black and a little bit of yellow on there. Got my first emote around this time. I was starting to kind of feel slightly professional. Using that loosely, but you know, like it felt like a thing, you know? It felt like we had something going on. Rather than just doing this whenever I felt like it. And I also, this is around the time I started saving every VOD. That original 1,000 Year Door playthrough is lost. Pajama Sam is lost. Everything going forward is saved. There's a record of all of this. I would also call this the affiliate honeymoon because I feel like I was riding a real high around the end of this. Actually, not even at the end, like right around the middle here. I would say like Sunshine through starting Wind Waker. I was riding high. I felt like really good about like what we were doing. I thought there was a future. It was a drunk off, yeah. It was on 420. And I was like, what if I did a funny, stupid little stream here? And it was fun. It was silly, but I didn't save it. Which is probably for the best. It was probably embarrassing. I do have clips of it still, and that's all that matters. I have the clip that matters most, which was me and my buddy Kevin. Well, I'll talk about this when we get to the playthrough. Me and my buddy Kevin calling the boat a flat earther was funny. That's the thing I remember most from it. Yeah, and I think right around Liquid Crystal here, Liquid Crystal into like V3, I would call this like the beginning of me having like something I could consider like a premiere playthrough, sort of. Something I could be proud of, you know. Turn this down a little loud. Liquid Crystal was definitely like the big one for me at the time. I remember really enjoying it. I would say the one before that was Fire Red Omega. So it was definitely like thriving off like the Pokemon at the time. I click off of this. How do I unselect it? Oh, you didn't see any of that. I think it worked. If you saw anything, don't spoil it. But yeah, that's it for Affiliate Honeymoon. Next was the Reckless Abandon arc. Which is where I think I got a little lost in the sauce again. And I started just throwing stuff at the wall. Like I said, I was riding a bit of a high off the Affiliate Honeymoon, and I felt like I could get away with anything, kind of. I was like, oh, what if we just like decided on a whim to do this game? Or what if we just like threw this game at the wall that no one's ever played? Like, not really like feeling out what the audience would want, kind of just doing stuff. And I think it came off of a rebellious era of being just disappointed in Wind Waker, like crashing out. So we came off of Halloween, which was these two streams. This was what we did for Halloween. We came out of that like, let's just do whatever. So I tried World Seeker. It was bad. Bug Fables, good game. However, people had expressed to me that they like wanted to play it and didn't want to watch, and I was like, that's fine, I'm gonna do it anyway. Yes, P4 was a whim, and we will get to that. Kakarot was definitely a whim. I think this was one of the more successful ones of this era. And then this is my favorite, Pokemon Light Platinum into, I am disappointed in this, let's immediately play another Pokemon. Which was fine because Glazed was great. I would put it at my like third or fourth best Pokemon playthrough, but it's somewhere right in the middle. Like, that was a fun one for us. I would say Kakarot and Glazed are like the two big takeaways from this era. Everything else here is just kind of whatever. Sonic Adventure, which was a quickie, nothing wrong with it. And learning a speed run for Bikini Bottom, Battle for Bikini Bottom, which was fun. Those streams were great. But I specifically remember starting a stream with practice and then being like, all right, now it's time for a little bit of Glazed. Like, very like, not like the Zebra of today, you know, like a very loose schedule. You know, your regularly scheduled programming might not be at the time you would expect. It was a reckless era. There were no rules back in the day. Yeah, what's up, Bill? And at the end of this era here, we finished off Reckless Abandon with another reckless decision that was a great one. And it put the channel on a new path going forward. I would call this the Golden Renaissance. They announced P4 Golden PC port around sometime in early 2020. And I was like, what if I streamed this? And I did. And I did like a 4-hour stream at the beginning of the game. And I was like, I'm going to stream it again tomorrow. So we played more the next day. And the next day happened to be Sunday. And I think that is when Sunday was born. It was a brag Sunday was born with the second session of P4 Golden. And everything else, like the channel after that, like formed around it. P4 Golden was the sun, which the universe of the stream just like formed around. Yeah, it was a 6-day work week. A 6-day work week? No, dude. It was just a 6-day week back then. Yeah, in the Crucible. Another thing I should mention that characterized Reckless Abandon, COVID started right around Kakarot here. So I was just doing stuff. I was just doing whatever. We were all locked inside. I was like, I'm just gonna stream whatever when I feel like it. But here is where I think I hit a stride. I think that the stream has changed forever, really. A consistent schedule was born here. But most importantly, I think, I would say this is where my modern style was kind of born. I don't know what you would call that style. I'm sorry. I don't know what you would call that style, but my modern style was born here, I think. And I got really comfortable doing this. So it was a big moment, or a big era for us. These playthroughs in between here were all really fun. None of them were like exceptional, Um, in the middle here, I would say they were like all pretty good. I think Mother 3 was probably the best here, or like Fool's Gold maybe. But you'll see that a lot of these games are characterized by like everything else going on, kind of. It felt like there was like cross-stream references happening. It was the birth of a multiverse for us. Yeah. I definitely like felt it happening too, Will. Like I felt my comfort levels skyrocketing. And then Final Fantasy IX was the follow-up to Golden. And that was the true test for me, I think, where I was like, okay, was this a fluke? Or like, am I going to be good at playing these long games now? And I really enjoyed this playthrough. I thought we had the formula. I think we figured it out here. This is where that all happened. And then Left 4 Dead 2 was really funny. Very much like the he can't let go. There was a lot of he can't let go P4 going on around here. Because I thought it was my baby. Like, I thought it would be the one time that I, like, had this. But rather, it instead ended up, like, trickling down and giving back, which was great. I would say it ended here with Mystery Dungeon. This is where this era ended and the next one began. Because this was the last time we did Saturday streams. This was the end of Saturday. I think, guys, I could be wrong, but I was analyzing my old schedule. I was looking at the data. I was looking at my old stream schedules. I think I used to do Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday day. Does that sound real to anybody? Because if so, what the heck? What was he doing? Was there 4 zebra days? There wasn't, right? You might be right about that, actually. Friday. Oh, you know what? Okay. Yes, I think Friday was born with the answer. That makes me happier. Okay, it was Saturday night into Sunday day. Not a good schedule. He was crazy. I don't know. I think I just wanted to hog the weekend or something. Anyway, Saturday died here. The modern schedule was finally here. We had the Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. I think we had Tuesday at this point. I'm pretty sure. I think we had Tuesday, because that's when I was doing, like, Chibi Robo, Wario World. I think it was Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday. Or it might have been Wednesday. But we definitely had a weekday. But next up is where it becomes our modern schedule of Tuesday, Friday, Sunday. And that is the era of Thus Spoke Kotaro Uchikoshi. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. And I think this is such a dense, powerful era. I was looking at this. This is, if not our strongest stretch, probably our second strongest stretch. So much important happened here. And this felt like a second level up. This really felt like level 2, kind of. And I think for better or worse, I wrote this down. I think for better or worse, oral tradition became very heavy from here going forward. I think from here forward, if you missed any of these, you were lost because everything was everything. We became very self-referential, I think, around this time. If I had to pinpoint it. I'm jealous of Zebra now, grr. We had the answer, which was hilarious. Stay tuned. We're going back. Born off of a sub goal here. And that's important as well to characterize this. This is where I maxed out affiliate. I maxed out affiliate right here as part of a sub goal between the two of these games. And doing the answer was a sub goal. I was still doing sub goals at this time. We don't do that anymore because I don't care. But at the time, I wanted to max out affiliate and get all the affiliate emote slots. That was my main motivation. Yeah, no, Monkey just dropped a bunch of gift subs for fun because the answer sounded funny. That's all I needed. I just needed to convince one person. Yeah, Batoon subbed, Pokimane, Bernie Sanders. I had not streamed P3. Yes, the answer was absolutely a Zenkai boost. This was the most like, you know, here is an RPG with not much story content to work off of. You're just playing the game. You're just doing a dungeon crawl. Can you handle it? And I think I could handle it. It was huge. Dragon Quest, massive. All the Zero Escape, massive. XG, massive. And then Okami, kind of an odd one out here. But definitely a part of this era, I think. We were still coming off of Zero Escape. We were still dealing with the Zero Time Dilemma. So it was characterized by that. And still an important playthrough, absolutely. But maybe not in the way that these other ones are. And then Pikmin 2 is here. And Mario Party Superstars is here. Which was just a one-off. We just did a fun little community stream for us. This is here because this was the palate cleanser. Coming off of Zero Escape, this was the first thing I streamed after a year, almost a year, of Zero Escape. And I was like, all right, what's a great, like, cooldown game? Pikmin 2. And it was the perfect way to follow it up. And it was still heavily characterized by these, because that's when I debuted all the alerts. Mostly the Zero Time Dilemma ones, but I remember it being characterized by this. And Superstars was me attempting to see if I could do like community nights or something, which I don't think was ever really in the cards, unfortunately, just for my own style. But as a one-off, it was very fun. I think we had a blast. Sun Kong was hilarious. And this was also a promise I made as part of the sub-goal. The sub-goal promises were as follows. Make a Discord. Great. We did it. Great decision. Get a 3DS capture card. It would take a while, but it happened. Do a community night. Right here. Yeah. It was us four. And was there another? No. Maybe? I think that was it. I mean, the answer was like the 35 subs goal or something. And obviously get more emotes. But that was this era. The brain rot still runs deep. And I think around this time I started to kind of... How would I put this? I started to see the value of like each individual playthrough. I started to like characterize them almost. Or like, you know, find what niche they filled or identify what made them what they were, kind of. 'Cause they're all my babies. I started to see the heart of the cards, kind of, I think, around this time. That's how I would put it. So next is a pretty long one. I would say, or it's at least characterized by a lot of playthroughs. Maybe we just did a bunch of short games. This is the Lunar Retrieval arc. Characterized by my computer dying and my computer being in its dying stages. So these first three here, we have Half-Life 2, Tales of Symphonia, Custom Robo. These were two PC games, and every time we streamed them, definitely during Symphonia at least, I don't remember if this is true of Half-Life 2, I could hear just like I was like, you doing okay there, girl? I think one stream might have crashed. No, I don't think that's true. There was a stream that I ended off being like, man, computer's making a lot of noise and it's running really hot. And after that was the last stream I did for the next like month and a half. We were out for like all of March, part of April. But I think we came back very strong. We finished Symphonia. We redid a bunch of games. Yeah. Redid a bunch of old projects. And we had some beautiful new ones, I think. We did the Cars stream. We did the Sonic Adventure speed runs. There was a unique energy to this like year or so. I don't even know how I would define it. Other than like, I don't know, very energetic and whimsical. But I think we bounced back with a new computer, with upped production quality, ever so slightly at least, and it's like a drive to keep going, kind of. Next up, we have one of my favorites, Fatherhood Year. This is a big one. And I think Fatherhood Year is like a shared collective experience that like many of us had. I know Snack really had it. And I think really, I think Resident Evil Village is kind of in this. However, this is absolutely a game about fatherhood. So I felt like we could put it here. And then the rest of these, not all of them are about fatherhood, but some of them very, very much are. And the rest kind of just fell in between. Yakuza 0, maybe not explicitly about fatherhood, but there were so many storylines that had me feeling like a parent. But the real like book open and close that I'm kind of proud of with this era is I, the Somnium Files, all the way through to the end of the year. I, the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. This is the book open and the book close of Fatherhood Year. There is a moment in Nirvana Initiative. I'm not going to go into spoilers, obviously. Don't worry, Will. There was a point in this playthrough where I literally declared it over. I declared Fatherhood Year over. I was like, that's it. This is where it ends. This is the end of Fatherhood Year. And it was the end of the year. It was like the last stream before New Year's. I was like, that's the end of Fatherhood Year. Did they get Date? I was like, that's it. Book close. It felt very chef's kiss. It was the most I ever felt an era happening. And coming out of this, gang, here we are, the long haul, characterized by 5 games. One of which isn't really even like chronologically a part of this. Vesperia, I keep wanting to go over to the stream. Vesperia technically started before Nirvana Initiative. However, it went on very long, you know? So I think it fell more into... It was more fittingly in this stretch here. However, there were shades of fatherhood in it as well. There were shades of fatherhood. This is where I joined. That's tight. I love finding out where people like showed up, kind of. Oops. Well, who cares about that last one? This is what we just all finished. We just came off of this. Steener's This was you doing the Gaga? Yeah. What was it again? It was very esoteric. I liked it. I just don't remember what it was. This was one really long year of really long games, and Wind Waker. Prolonged exposure, that's what it is. At one point, we were doing Fire Emblem Awakening, P3 Reload, and Xenoblade 2 at the same time. I don't need to tell you this. This was like just a couple weeks ago. Characterized, I would say, by fatigue, but like still enjoying myself, if that makes any sense. Because these are some of my favorites. I don't think that's much of a secret. I loved doing these. I put a lot of effort into all of these, I would say. Even in Wind Waker to a degree. Even Wind Waker had like some level of effort. Maybe not to the same degree, but to a degree. There was a lot of planning to it. And something else that sets these apart, I made a lot of content for the streams during this time. I made a video for Vesperia, if you recall that. I don't have to talk about Awakening. You saw it all. There were a lot of assets to make for this. Spreadsheets, planning, grinding. I made the ending thing. I made the Season 2 opener. I did a lot for this. Wind Waker was mostly the title game, and the layout and all that. And the AR, the AR game aspect. Reload, tons of just like SBS content, a couple videos made. Was it a couple videos? No, one video and one PowerPoint presentation for us. Had a lot of fun with the production value of it. Xenoblade 2, lots of planning, I made an ending video for it. That kind of stuff. It's a very dense era. It doesn't look like a lot because we were playing these games for so long. And now we're finally out of it. And we have made it to wherever the wind takes us. Because I don't think these are characterized yet. You could include Torna and Long Haul, probably. I probably would go back and add it. But at the time of making this, it was still ongoing, and I was like, it feels like we're out of like the pit and into the future, which is where we are here. Wind Waker was fun. And that's it. I mean, did I forget to talk about anything characterizing these? I don't think so. I think I defined these pretty well. Yeah. I'm happy with how this looks. I think this is a very clearly defined list of things, and I will maintain it going forward. We're never going to do a show this big again, for this, like, you know, stream ranking thing. But I'll maintain these as like living records going forward. Packed next time? Are you talking about next time for this? Awkward timing then. The Steaniverse version of this? Oh my god, I don't know. Could be funny. Hey, that's that though. That's the eras. We'll go back to the slide and reference it a few times, but not for more than a few seconds. So thank you, Carlos and Maribel, for showing us what we got. What do we want to do next? Do we want to do the face cam ranking? Or do you want to see some data? Or You want to do a dibs? We could do one. We could do one or two. Open them up. I was thinking we could do the first two. I have put these in order of hype level, I would say. The first couple that we're going to do are low excitement, I would say. Just fun things for me to do. But I would say that bottom row is the exciting stuff. But maybe, I don't know. Who am I to judge what's exciting for you guys? That's just my own way of putting it. Let's do the first two. So I need to tell a story first, though. A month ago, not even a month ago. Hey, what's up, Bodie? Not even a month ago, I got in my 2024 mindset, and I was like, what if I made trailers for these? And 2 weeks ago, I opened up Premiere Pro, and I was like, no, don't. You don't have the time to do this. Stop it right there. You are sick. No. So I didn't do it. I did not make trailers for these. But just know that they are left on the cutting room floor. I wrote little blurbs for all of them. So here is where I was going to reveal these next two via a trailer. The first one is a revisit. I wanted to revisit this right after Legacy of Goku 2. We're going to do Boost Fury again. That should be a quick 2 or 3 streamer. And we're doing it right after Tai. Because I need a short game to get us to Last Defense Academy, or whatever it's called, 100 line. And so that's what we're doing next. Because that comes out in April. So I need like a 2 or 3 sessioner, probably. And I have other filler that we can use as well. If we finish this early. Or they will die. And this next one, I do not have a date in mind. It's not out yet. Or rather, it's not complete yet. So I'm going to wait till the next wave comes out, which is at the end of the year. And we're going back. End of 2024 or 2025, early 2026, we're going to do the DLC finally. Because that's when they're putting out the Daima DLC. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if this is going to be any good. The DLC might suck. But yes, I should say the names of the games. Boost Fury, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. So, this was going to be one trailer, and it was going to be raw. I can read you the basic idea of the trailer. You can get the, you can picture it in your mind. You can play a little mind trailer. It was going to be Kami up on the lookout, wondering where everyone was. And then I was going to show the face cam for Boost Fury, which I'm not going to show you till we're there. And he was going to pop off, and it was going to play the title theme from Boost Fury, which is Raw. And then halfway through, It was going to show the Vegito fusion scene in Boo's Fury, where they put on the earrings. And then when they put on the earrings, it was going to transition to Vegito being born in Kakarot, and it was going to be sick. And that was when I was like, I can't do this. This is too much work. It was raw, I promise. And then there were 4 other trailers I had thought of for these next 6 games. No, it was genuinely impossible to do. I would have been pushing myself for the past 2 weeks. On to me. Pixel, I want you to know, I'm going to be really upfront about it. I was going to make 1. And even that fell through. There's no trailer. I was going to make the last one. And I will show you the asset I made for it, because it's really funny. But we'll wait till we get there. I think we're going to do face cams next. And then go into the real thing. I think the real thing is the main event, so we should do that after. That's my opinion. Do we agree on that?